Okay, so in part one of this video series, we found a web address that's available and we signed up for the basic hosting package at bluehost.com. And you've written down your username, your passcode, and your URL address. So in this video, we're going to, this is part two, we're going to cover how to install the WordPress application, how to log into the administration area, how to choose a theme, and how to set up your settings. So let's go there now. Okay, so here I am back at bluehost.com. I've logged in, and you basically default into the cPanel. And the only thing we need to be concerned about today regarding the cPanel is here in this second section where it says website builders. This is the one-click install for the WordPress, and that's all we need to know today. Now, I have another video that explains the cPanel for a beginner, and if you're interested in that, you can go and see that video. But for today, all we need is this one-click install. So let's click on WordPress. This is going to take a few minutes to install. But it's pretty quick when you consider how much is being installed. Now Bluehost uses this Mojo Marketplace. That's where the WordPress installation comes from, which doesn't really mean anything, but anyway, in case you see that and think you're in the wrong place, you're in the right place. And we want a brand new install, so we're going to click on Start. And since I have several websites, I'm going to go down here and pick one that I use to do experiments and when I'm trying to get the bugs out of something. So I'm also going to install WordPress into its own folder that I'm naming blog. So this is, I'm going to click check domain. That's going to check and make sure that I have the proper URL address and that there's no other blog there. Now on this page I always click show advanced options. For the username for today I'm going to use admin. They give you a default password, which is probably a really good one, but I would never remember that one in a million years. So I'm just going to use password for our demonstration today. And I'm just going to leave my regular email here. And that automatically create a new database. This will default to be checked, so just leave it checked. And then the terms and conditions, you can read them here if you'd like, and then click install now. Now this is the part where it does take a few minutes. It can take up to 4 or 5 minutes. And now it kind of, during the process up here you can see it says high five, your process is underway, browse the marketplace products while you wait. Okay, and they're going to try to sell you different themes for $49. Now you're welcome to open the themes and take a look at them, and maybe you'd be interested in them, but just bear in mind that WordPress comes with its own theme, and there's plenty of free themes for you to choose from, so you really don't need to purchase a theme. So you might want to just wait for the installation to process and not purchase any additional themes if you don't want to. Now the reason this takes a long time is because it does install a lot of files, because like I said in the introductory videos, you are really keying into a whole complex system that web developers have made over a long period of time, and it takes a while for it to install. So this one has finished installing, so I'm going to just click on view processes. And let's see, view credentials. Okay. And what that's going to do is down here, it's going to give you these 4 bits of information. that you might want to write down on the piece of paper with your other Bluehost username and passcode, your URL, and the admin URL is where you're going to log into in order to work on your website and update your website and do your posting and your blogging. You're going to do that at the blog/wp-admin. That's always going to be the address. Okay, so we're going to click on there now, and we're going to go into the admin section of the website. All right, this is probably defaulting to another one of my passcodes. Okay, so now we're in the administration section of the blog. Okay, so when you see this updates with a circle and a number, that means that the web developers at WordPress have made some changes and you're going to have to update your system. So it says you have the latest version of WordPress, so we don't have to worry about the WordPress update. But down here under where it says plugins, WordPress ships with one plugin. It's called Jetpack. So what we're going to do is select that and click on Update Plugins. And what that's going to do is it's going to install the latest installation of that, so you'll be up to date. Okay, so that's done. All right, so now we're going to go into Appearance here. And the first thing we're going to do is go and visit Themes. Now the theme is just basically, the color scheme, how the website is going to be laid out. So it defaults to a theme, and this one is the 2014 theme, and this is the one it defaults to. So what we're going to do is, let's say we don't want this one. Let's say we want the 2012 one, okay, because that comes with like a blogging section and there's a section for pictures and stuff. So let's activate the 2012. So we click on Activate, and what that does is it swaps out the 2014 and it throws up the 2012, and that's going to be the theme that we've chosen. So I'm going to click on Customize. Okay, and this is the panel where you can change what things say. So the site title and tag, let's change it to the name of the site, and the tagline is, whatever tagline you want. Let's see, getting the bugs out. Well, that's going to be ours. Okay, and we want the header text to display, so I've checked that. All right. And then if you want to change the colors of the site, you can, click on these and it'll give you some, different colors. You can change it. Let's see. We'll do this a little darker. All right. Or maybe we'll click the default. Okay, that's good. Okay, same thing with the background image. If you want a background image, you can upload it there. And if you want a static front page, which we're going to discuss later, we can go in here. But for right now, we've changed the title of the site and the tagline, so we're going to save and publish, and then we're going to close that. So the next thing we're going to do is scroll down to where it says Settings. And we're going to keep all of the settings into the default settings. If you wanted to change the title of the tagline, you could do it here as well. If you want to change the date format, you can change this. But like I said, I'm going to leave it, leave everything for the default. Now the discussion would be, let me just tell you about the discussion. This would be if you decided not to have comments, if you wanted to set it up more like a traditional 5-page website, you might want to disable the comments. But I'm going to let them stand. And And where I want to go next to show you is the permalinks. This is the only thing I automatically change because it has to do with search engine optimization. I changed this to the month and the name. It defaults to this crazy, P-123, but the search engines have no idea by this question mark P-123 what the blog post is about. So by choosing the month and the name, it gives a date, the month and the date, and the year, excuse me, and the name of the post. And so if you have different subjects, you want them to come up in your URL for that page because that's more search engine friendly. So I always click on that one. So we're going to save those changes. Okay, now those are the only two changes that you really need to make in order to set up your website so it's search engine friendly. And in the next video, we're going to go into the difference between posts and pages. We're going to do one of each, and then we're going to discuss the plugins. So we'll do that in the next video.